far away.
By the time you shook things up and turned it around to your liking, it was damage had been done.
Yeah, it was, yeah. 3.5 time, you're looking at the barrel of a gun, really, aren't you? You're looking at a bad day, especially since we weren't playing particularly well, I didn't think. The second half, I thought, to the players' credit, they gave it a good shot. They gave it a good go to get back into it. And in fact, getting the early goal at one stage, it looked like we had a bit of a momentum, but that certainly disappeared. Any chances disappeared when Morrison got injured and had to go off the field, because we were never going to be able to do it with 10 men having already made the substitution. So in the end, the only credit we can give ourselves, or the only solace we can take from the game, is that we did win the second half, which is not always easy to do when you're 3-0 down, and that's probably the task that we set ourselves, to try and at least win the second half. We knew it'd be hard to get 3 or 4 goals and not concede any, but at least we tried to make certain that we won it, so that we reduced the damage. But we were caught badly on the counter-attack in the first half with 2 of the goals very, very badly. Left ourselves very open, lost the ball in areas where we had no need or reason to lose it, and to be fair to Newcastle, they were very quick to break out and profit by it. Ben made 2 great saves, but and they scored 3 good goals. But strangely enough, apart from that, a lot of the action was actually at the other end of the field, strangely enough. But it's a little bit late when you're 3-0 down.
We worried, Roy, that what you were talking about the other week about players switching off, thinking they might be safe. Was there an element of that in the first half?
No, I don't think it was that. I mean, and I think that the second half performance puts any suggestions that was the case to bed. I don't think that would be a fair criticism at all. If anything, it was that the quality that they showed Newcastle was far superior to the quality we showed as a team today. Their passing, their ball control was much better than ours. You know, a lot of our players, I thought today, had an off day on the ball. Their balls were bouncing from them, or their passing was off. Whereas, to be fair to Newcastle, their passing and movement was very good. And of course, they had the great advantage for long periods of being at least 2 goals up. They were 2 up after 12 minutes, so they were playing with wind in their sails. They were playing with margin on their side, whereas we were anxiously chasing to get back into it, and sometimes that, of course, affects the composure that people can show the ball.
Morris said he looked in a bad way.
Yeah, it's obviously knee ligament damage, but I couldn't say exactly what it is till he has the scan. He won't have the scan, of course, today, because the knee will be too swollen, so we'll have to wait until tomorrow, and we'll see what that brings. But the initial prognosis from the doctor, and they seem to be quite good at these things, even though they need scans to justify their fears. The initial prognosis, of course, is not good. It's knee ligament damage, and we just have to see what ligaments in the knee have been affected.
Roy, it's an old chestnut, I'm sorry about this, but would you be able to clarify some of the quotes that were attributed to you in some of the papers today regarding the England job?
Oh, blimey, what quotes are they? Where they come from?
I think it might be from a radio interview yesterday.
Well, I can give you verbatim what I said, if you like. The guy said to me, let me get it right, said that if you were offered the England job, would you take it? That was the direct question. And my direct answer was, it would seem to me, as an Englishman, you'd need a very good reason to turn it down. So now that's what I said. Now that's verbatim, so what quotes are we talking about?
I think that's answer short to yes.
Well, I'd have said that as well, to be fair, yeah, of course. But that was exactly how it was. That was a direct question, and my answer was, as an Englishman, you know, you'd have to, seems to me, you'd have to have a good reason for saying no.
But your stance hasn't changed significantly from what we were talking about in previous weeks.
Well, I don't know what my stance has ever been, really. I mean, I think what I've said all along is that, you know, at the moment the FA are going through a process, and I just happen to be one of the people caught up in speculation. And, you know, as a result, when you're one of the people caught up in the speculation about what the FA are going to do, and only they know what they're going to do, unfortunately you find yourself in situations having to answer questions which really and truly don't have anything to do with the job you're doing at this particular moment in time. And then people want to know about ambitions and so on, whereas really and truly, until Fabio Capello resigned, there was no discussion about England national teams. It was just a question of, you know, waiting for the Euros and how Fabio's going to do. Now, unfortunately, I sometimes get answered questions, but my stance on it hasn't changed at all. No, of course not. It's an important job, and I wish the FA every success with their appointment.
I've still got 18 to 1 now, so
A lot of people have lost money on me.
Okay, Brom.
Okay, thank you very much.